a journey that began with a dream and led me to discover who I truly am. Back in 10th grade, I had a dream to grow in my Yiddishkeit. But in my hometown, that dream felt out of reach. I found myself in a secular environment that felt isolating and hollow, and the world around me didn't seem to care. But I did. I knew I needed more. Today, when I say I'm a chassid, I say it with pride. It means I don't walk alone. It means I've accepted the mission to elevate the world, to build a dir b'tochtonim, to bring Mashiach closer by choosing kindness, meaning, and purpose every single day. To my teachers, you didn't just teach me, you shaped me. You saw beyond the limits I placed on myself and helped me break through them. To the administration, thank you for building an environment where a girl from Vancouver could find a home in Milwaukee. And to my classmates, thank you for walking this journey with me, for the laughter, the inspiration, and the friendships I'll carry with me forever. Now, my dream has changed. From becoming to building, from receiving light to being a source of it, of bringing the light I've discovered here into every corner of the world, of living every day with the clarity, purpose, and passion that Beitar Hillel High helped me discover.
But my thoughts started to drift towards my middle and early high school years spent at a large public school. I realized I couldn't think of even one good memory from there. But when it comes to my 2 years at Beitar Hillel High, there are so many great memories, it's hard to choose just one. I didn't know it was possible to have fun in school before coming here. Before coming to Hillel High, at school, I felt alone, like I was just a name on a list or a number in the system. I didn't feel seen or valued. I knew I needed a change. Before joining Hillel High, I was still a religious Jew. I would keep kosher and Shabbos, but I wasn't wearing a kippah or tzitzit. I wasn't interested in learning Torah, and you would never find me in a shul. But soon, something began to shift. I started wearing a kippah and tzitzit. This year, I advanced to higher level classes, including my first ever Gemara class, where I learned with my chavrusa. I found myself doing something I did all the time in school, looking at the clock. However, this time, I found myself disappointed as I saw the minutes go by. My experience at Hillel High truly ignited my passion for davening and Torah learning. Because of my time here, I've decided to spend next year at Yeshiva Torah Ve'avoda in Jerusalem.
A few years ago, I was in a very different school, a public high school with over 1,800 students in Santa Clara, California. I truly didn't feel like I belonged. The bullying, the peer pressure, the things people laughed at or looked up to, it all felt wrong. I knew I didn't fit in, but I didn't know how things could ever be different. There was a place I could belong, a place where I could grow into the person I was meant to be. That place was Beitar Hillel High. This school became more than a school. It became a second home, a family, a place where I could grow and believe in myself. When life got hard, and it did, BHH was there. The summer before junior year, my family went through a major change. It was a sad and painful time. I felt like the floor beneath me had fallen. But when I returned to BHH, I found something solid to stand on. Friends who cared, teachers who listened, and a community that reminded me I wasn't alone. So, who is Matan today? I am proud to be a Jew. I am proud to be a graduate of Beitar Hillel High. I am proud to continue my journey to Yeshiva University. And I am proud of the journey that brought me here.
If you would have told me back then that in just over a year, I'd be standing here, graduating from a Jewish school, surrounded by the kind of community I used to only dream of, I would have laughed, or maybe even cried, because I wanted it, but I didn't think it was possible. Applying to BHH felt like jumping off a cliff. I was going into 12th grade already. Who changes schools then? I didn't think I'd get in. I didn't know if I'd fit in, and truthfully, I didn't know I wanted in. But what matters is not where you start, but whether you're climbing. And this year, I climbed. I climbed through moments of doubt when I missed home and felt unsupported. I climbed with my friends who made me feel whole. I climbed through the questions, the struggles, the late night talks that filled me up like nothing else could. I climbed through learning with teachers who not only taught me, but taught me how to think, how to dive deeper, and how to learn the deeper context to what something truly means. I climbed to the support of my parents who said yes to something hard and unfamiliar because they believed in me. I climbed with the inspiration of teachers and friends, and I only plan to keep climbing. So here, in this letter, dated May 10th, 2024, I would say to myself, you have no idea how much your life is going to change. You have no fast things are going to move, or how much purpose and meaning you are going to find. Don't be afraid. Keep climbing.
This year, I was challenged academically in so many classes. In social studies, I was encouraged to complete an independent study and presented to my class a 45-minute research project about U.S. submarines and German U-boats. I also spent countless hours in AP Pre-Calculus class with extensive homework, preparing myself for a 2.5-hour exam. But this wasn't just about academics. Something internal was shifting. Slowly, my Judaism stopped being something that others imposed on me and became something that I owned. I no longer felt like I was just learning Torah. I was living it. And sometimes, what looks like rebellion is actually a cry for something deeper. The Jewish people weren't just complaining. They were desperate for a more meaningful relationship with Hashem. And sometimes, so was I. My own spiritual resistance became the very thing that pushed me to discover what I truly believed in. Now, as I look ahead to the next step of my journey, learning at the Rabbinical College of America in Morristown, New Jersey, the work continues. I'm excited to learn more deeply, to challenge myself, and to keep growing. Of course, I'm a little nervous, but I carry with me a flame that was nurtured, strengthened, and made my own right here at BHH.